Hello and welcome to this month's SMF soap challenge. I'm Sapanista and this month we'll be tackling Mosaic soaps. First thing you need to do is pour yourself some coloured sections of soap that you're going to use as your mosaic pieces. I've chosen to pour some shades of blue, yellow and white as I'm going to make daisies. So basically I just poured a layer of soap into the bottom of a mould and coloured it varying different shades, the ones I wanted for the pieces. Now I'm going to proceed to cut those pieces apart and turn them into a mosaic. So what I've done is I've cut out a piece of baking parchment that is the shape of the bottom of my mould. So I'm going to form my mosaic pattern on there first before I set it together with a batch of liquid soap. So I only made these pieces yesterday because I want them to stay fairly fresh and be easy to mould, and I don't want them to be much older than the soap that I'm going to pour them into because I don't want them to cure at different rates, and if they do, if you use old soap, then you might result in some cracking and warping as your bars cure. The plan is to cut out some daisy shapes, so I've got some inspiration for myself here. So I'm going to try and cut out white flower petal pieces, yellow circles for the inside, and then I'm going to do a mosaic patchwork of the blue around the outside. So that's the plan. I've got some wax carving tools which I'm going to use to create my design, but you're quite welcome to use anything to cut your soap pieces apart. A kitchen paring knife or something would work quite well, I think. So now I'm just going to carry on with the carving. So I'll make an outline of the shape that I want to create first with a tool. So we'll do several circles, make them the same size. Then I'm going to use the slightly sharper tool to cut all the way through the soap and release the circle shapes. Flip it over and release the back, so you can see where the outlines come through. We have our first flower centre. So now I've got all my daisy pieces completed, I'm going to fill in all the way around the outside with the blue pieces as the outline. I'm not going to try and make the blue pieces fit exactly. I'm going to make as a normal mosaic would be. I'm going to cut it into chunks and just fit them together. You can use any inspiration you like to create your mosaic. It would be interesting when you put your entry onto the entry thread to let us know where your inspiration came from and why you chose to do the design that you did. And so now I'm going to start putting my blue pieces together and we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to cut long lines of pieces and fit them in wherever I think they fit. So there's still some gaps of filling colour will show between the pieces. So now I've created all my pieces and my design, I'm going to pour some base soap into the mould and then reassemble the design into the soap batter. So now I have my mould laid out here. I've got a piece of baking parchment in the bottom to line the bottom of the mould. It will leave the base of the soap a bit wrinkly, but I don't mind because I will just plane off the bottoms of the bars when I've cut them up. I've got my mosaic tiles laid out in front of me, so I'm about to pour the base layer of soap into the mould, and we'll leave it to set a little bit so that it's a kind of pudding consistency, because then it will be easier to lay the pieces into the soap without them sliding around and moving around. If it's too liquid, then you'll just get everything sliding and moving all the way around the bottom of the mould. So I'm just going to make the base soap now, and then I'll show you how we make the rest of the mosaic. So I've got my base soap here. It's a grey colour because I thought that would look nice between the petals and go with the colour of the blue tiles. So I'm going to pour this into the mould, spread it out evenly, and then I'm going to start adding my mosaic pieces in order. So there we have it, my finished mosaic soap. I will take some more pictures and show you what it looks like when it's completely finished, when I've cleaned and tidied it up and cut it into bars.